What's going on, guys? Cam, Woody, Mothman Outdoors. Today we got some sad news. RIP to one of the arrows we thought we were going to have for this year's Easton 5.0. Not to take away from Easton, they make a fantastic product. However, we're going to talk about like one of the reasons why we're switching away for primarily probably all this year from using the Easton 5.0 like we thought we were for tack and hunting season to what we're going to use now and why we're switching. John?
So, if you've been watching our videos for a little bit, our Instagram stories, reels, whatever, we've been shooting a 5.0. Really like this arrow. However, we have found, I guess you would say, somewhat of a flaw. Not to take away from Easton, like Cameron said, but they're breaking. And they're breaking kind of fast. Too fast for us, for our money. I've been shooting the match grades, and Cameron's been shooting the regular shafts. And when you're paying $200 for 12 or 170ish for 12, you don't want them to break. And what we mean by that is they're breaking at their weak points. Specifically, if you wrap and flex your arrows, and let me say this. So we've been shooting, and sometimes we miss. We miss quite often. And we're long darting these in the grass, and even in the grass, they're breaking. Now, everyone knows when you shoot an arrow, it's going to break if you miss, especially if you hit a tree, a log, wood, something hard, rock, it's going to shatter. The arrow's done. But for $17 an arrow, when you really break it down, it's quite expensive very fast. And when I said these things are breaking at their weak points, what I mean is if you wrap and flex your arrows like we do, they're breaking at the wrap. And then also, this one's broken a little bit shorter off, but that was because we broke it off. This one actually broke at its insert point. And like I said, we were, if you've watched us, we've been taking some 80-yard, 90-yard shots, which in the hills of West Virginia, where we primarily hunt, it's not so much a realistic shot. We're going to be anywhere from probably, I'd say, max 50 yards and in, especially when you're in a very dense wooded area. On a mountaintop, could be something different. For you Western hunters, you might take a 90-yard, 80-yard, 100-yard shot if you're that good, especially for elk and, mule deer and deer out west, animals out west. But the problem that we're having with that is even in grass, they were breaking. We would miss a target, nothing but grass behind the target, and watch it hit, get up there, it snapped off. The wrap, I can't stress this enough. Literally at the wrap, everything from here up was intact. The arrow was just broken in half. And like I said, for us, that was no bueno. And we are not shitting on Easton. Me and Cameron both hunted with the Easton Axis last year. Great arrow to shoot. Easton makes really good products. Just for this 5.0, which we were both excited about, it hasn't performed, I guess, the way we thought it would, or the way we think it should, especially for the price point. If you want to give Easton a shot, by all means do so, especially this arrow. Maybe we just got a bad batch. Who knows? We did go to our local pro shop yesterday, Real Deal Outdoors. I got a new set of bowstrings, which you will see another video about that. And we were talking to the guys because I use this arrow as my, I guess you would say, what they use to help set up my bow, my strings. And they said that they've seen a lot of people online reviewing saying the 5.0s are junk. They're breaking, kind of the same issues we've run into out on the range. So we're going to be moving on from the 5.0, unfortunately. Sorry, Easton. Nothing personal. It's slightly personal because I like my money. But not that you guys are a bad company. We don't think that whatsoever. Just this one's not going to do it for us this year. So, like I said, we're moving to two other arrows that we have shot before. You've actually seen us shoot it on this channel. Cameron, tell them what arrow you're going to be running for attack and probably for hunting season.
Yep. Before that, remember, not shooting these. Yep. These are stock components, stock knock, stock inserts for John, stock insert and collar. John, they were breaking at the collar. For me, they were breaking at the insert. And when we say breaking, they weren't necessarily snapping, but they were cracked the entire way around at that particular weak point. For John, it'd be like usually the wrap, and the collar for me, it would be the insert point where the metal stopped going into the insert. But again, not shitting on Easton, just what our experience was with this arrow. For me, I'm going back to the tried and true RIP TKO. Love this arrow. Similar price for me with the Easton. I can get the V1 RIP TKO for $169 at my local shop. And with that, it does come with a collar system, which I really like. I've shot this arrow before. Yesterday, I got my bow sighted in with the RIP TKOs. I'm going to chrono it this week just to see what FPS I'm getting out of this, because it is a little bit heavier what I was shooting. This is about 430 grains, where the one Easton I was shooting was right around 400.
And to kind of piggyback off Cameron, when we shot these, we chronoed when we first got them wrapped and everything the way we wanted to shoot them. On my bow, which I have a 29-inch draw length on the Matthews Lift X, I was 324 feet per second with the match grade. With Cameron's regular shaft, he was, I think, 314 with his Matthews Lift. So these things do move.
Yeah. But I do love this arrow. It's tried and true. I haven't had any issues with these yet. Obviously, the longer we go, especially with TAC coming up, we'll see what happens with them. But this is what I'm going to be shooting for the foreseeable future. And I'll go. Don't get me wrong. I spent a lot of money with Easton. I've bought over 24 arrows. I've had the same issue with all of them so far, but the 5.0s. Hopefully, I'm gonna try them again, and I won't have that issue. But for right now, this is what I'm sticking with.
And then I'm gonna go to the Ultra arrows. I'm gonna go to the Centrums. I've seen a lot of good reviews about these. I know Levi Morgan has a bunch of videos. He's been shooting them a lot. I think he's killed a bunch of animals with the exact same arrow, which says a lot, because you're hitting bone, you're hitting, if it's a pass through, you're hitting dirt, maybe rock, tree, limbs, anything on the other side of that animal, whatever. And the cool thing about these is that there's no spine. So if you wrap them and you fletch them, you can't really screw it up. So I'm gonna go to the Ultras. I can get a dozen for about $160 of the 5mm version, the 204. And I'm excited because our local pro shop that is our Matthews dealer, Real Deal, sells these, and they're always in stock. So yeah, I'm gonna give Ultra a shot.
Just to talk about that. What he means by there's no spine is there's no spine alignment. There's no necessarily one weak point or strong point in this arrow.
Correct.
They do have a nice 2-piece collar system. If you've never done it before, take your time with it. You'll get it down there. But the insert does have an O-ring to kind of keep that insert from coming out. It does a fantastic job. I've shot the Ultra arrow before, and it's a beautiful arrow.
One thing about what he's talking about with the whole insert system, if you're not comfortable doing it, have your pro shop do it, and have them show you how to do it, so that way you can do it and you feel comfortable doing it, and you save yourself possibly breaking your own arrows and not doing it the right way. So Easton 5.0, not a bad arrow, just not good enough for us right now. So
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, Mothman. See you guys.